Garden in Minneapolis for Section 6AA girls hockey. We're to the semifinal round here tonight, and it is the Hopkins Royals, the number 4 seed against the top seed Minnetonka. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox, along with Dan Ficken, and boy, we've seen some great games in this building over the years, Dan, and obviously Minnetonka comes in as the favorite, top seed, ranked number 1 in the state, but Hopkins played them tough both times during the season. They come in with nothing to lose and feeling that they do have a shot here to stay with the Skippers.
Well, they really do. They've got some skilled players here that can take it to Minnetonka if they are given an opportunity, if Tonka makes mistakes. And, of course, if they get some good goaltending, these Hopkins Royals, they've been known to pull an upset. Last one what they had was against these Minnetonka Skippers.
Coming into this one, a 1 victory in the playoffs for Hopkins. They beat Benilde 2-1 Saturday. Minnetonka had a bye, and sometimes you wonder about that. You know, is that a good thing or not? Eric Johnson, their coach, said they had a lot of sickness going through their team, so he feels that there was definitely some benefit to having some time off for their girls. Well,
they got rested up and got over this virus now at a very special time because they know everybody's gunning for them. You put number 1 on that tag, and you got the target on your back. But, you know, Hopkins really, I think having a game for them was very good. They went from allowing 29 shots a game to allowing BSM only 17. So defensively, they're playing a lot better, and the coach said that. They're going to need that tonight against the high-powered Skippers, but they might be in good position to maybe pull off an upset or a big scare anyway.
Let's talk about key players to keep an eye on in this one, and both of them will wear uniform number 5 for Hopkins. Corbin Boyd, a great player in her own right. Her brother just got a big honor for the University of Minnesota with his fine week. She'll be headed to Mankato, but had a great high school career. She does not want it to end here tonight.
No, she does not. Boy, she's been around for a long time, and she's a complete player. She can do it all. She can score. She plays good defense. She passes the puck around. She makes everybody around her better. She's very vital for them, and the Skippers are going to have to shut her down, or they could be in trouble, because she will get to the net, and if she gets close, she generally puts it in the net.
And for Minnetonka, a player that's moved into the centering role on their top line, Presley Norby, headed to Wisconsin. They've got a lot of good talent on their team, and she's right up there with any of them.
Well, it's just kind of the big blend in the mix. Very smooth skater, really powerful, can blow by you if you give her the opportunity. And again, has a nose for the net. Does a good job, again, passing it around and keeping her teammates better. So we'll be watching both of them. They'll be key for the other teams to stop.
Both of these teams very battle-tested throughout the season, and including in the Lake Conference. And tonight they'll do battle with a spot in the section championship on the line. It's the Royals and the Skippers for a spot in the 6AA title game. Up next here on 12 Sports.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
And welcome back as we get set to drop the puck here at Parade Ice Garden. Hopkins in blue and Minnetonka in the home whites as the top seed for this semifinal game. As we said, been a while since the Skippers have played here, and they're feeling much closer to full strength now with health-wise. Opening face-off controlled by Tonka and sent in by Lucy Holscher, but chipped right back out to center by Rachel St. Clair, who just came back in that last game from an injury. Early chance here for Tonka. Wow, Molly Diana has to fight that one off from Emma Bigham. Now another chance. Diana, another save, and it's in. Third try goes, and Minnetonka's on the board. Just 17 seconds in as Emma Bigham puts it away.
Oh, my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, the Minnetonka Skippers have announced their presence in the sections here. What a flurry, finding the 5-hole Bigham. gets the Skippers off to a big 1-0 lead. Just a total assault on the Hopkins end. And that's their second line, folks. Oh my gosh, what a good start for the Skippers.
Thought Dion was going to have to be very sharp early, and she did make a couple of nice saves there, but too much pressure.
Molly Dion coming in 9-8-1, 2.54 goals against, and 895 save percentage, and just got put her to the test real hard at the beginning of the game. She made a good save, and then it slipped one in by her 5-0, but the defense gave her no protection at all. Bigham just stood there and just whacked away at her heart's content.
Bigham gets an unassisted goal, her 10th of the season at 17 seconds of the period, so not a bad way to start the game if you're Minnetonka. Now Hopkins will have to be fighting from behind here this evening.
Well, we were talking earlier before the game started too, Hopkins, if they get a lead on you, will really start stacking in front and making it really tough for you to score. The Skippers took that out of play right now.
Royals looking to break it out, but they've not really been able to get it out of their zone here in the early going. Puck controlled here by Gretchen Patterson to center, and then sent right back in by Minnetonka's Riley McDonald. Dug out of there, and they look to reverse it around. Royals unable to get it out. Now they do as Stephanie Sween jabs it to center, but Minnetonka right there again, sent right back in by Katie McMillan. And puck just over skated there, picked up by Catherine Glover here for Hopkins, trying to beat the D. Couldn't quite do it as the Skippers look to break out up their left wing side. Now Grace Bazal, standout number 6 for Hopkins, 22 goals on the year, and a big rebound there. Tatiana DeLate in goal for Minnetonka, and had that one slip away from her. Now Corbin Boyd up with it for the Royals. Top 3 behind the net. St. Clair working hard. Now Boyd up with it, looking for Bazal at the point. Bazal giving it back for Boyd, and then lost it. Skippers will dump it on out. Lauren Klein sends it down, and with fairly new ice here, that puck's going to easily slide all the way down. There's a look at DeLate, the junior for Minnetonka. Has had a very nice season for them. See a lot to like in those numbers. They're a good, solid defensive club in front of her too, but Eric Johnson, the Skippers coach, said she's stepped up her game down the stretch even more. 2-on-2 rush, but the puck overskated there by Bigham. Right back the other way come the Royals here. Hope Doctor carrying it through center. Doctor flips it into the Tonka zone. McMillan back to gather. Bigham knocked down. Play goes on as we get it back out to center here. Sween sending it across. Stella Haberman drops it for Bazal. And tipped back into the Minnetonka zone. Race for the puck. Shot and a save. Not very aggressive there. DeLate looked like she could have come out and played that one, but we elected to stay in her net and make a save there, as getting to it first was St. Clair. Now the Royals putting on a little bit of pressure again. Long shot there, blocked down off the shin pad of Holscher. And St. Clair takes it right back for Hopkins. She'll throw it to the corner and give chase. Good pace to this one early. Minnetonka obviously jumping on the Royals on that first shift, but Hopkins has come back with some firepower of their own.
They really picked it up fast, and then a couple lines there just really put some good hustle in there, got some good opportunities. Almost scored on DeLate, almost didn't get her 5-hole shot on that last good opportunity for the Royals.
Carried in front, Norby, and then the pass, it's jabbed wide by Rice. Now gathered by Boyd. Boyd can really go up the right side now, forced outside though. Drops the pass back, not handled cleanly, but the Royals able to recover there with Glover. And to the line, but not out. Now they get it out as Norby tracks it down. Norby sends it to the corner and then took a slash. They didn't see that. Long pass off the tape and brought right back in by Lauren Klein, and Dion's going to cover that one up. 12:38 to go in a lively first period here. 1-0 lead for Minnetonka. There is a look at Chris Erickson, the new head coach this year for the Royals, and he said overall, we're feeling pretty good about it. We felt like we stayed with them fairly well in both regular season games. They lost by 2 both times, but not like they were blown out or didn't have any chance. They stayed with them fairly well.
Well, what I like what he said too, that we've got to play 51 minutes. We can't give away a period or even 2 or 3 shifts. You saw what happens when they gave away the first shift. Bang, Skipper's put in the net, but they've rebounded very nicely. Like CJ, we got a little bit more of an up and down game now.
Bazal back to track it down as the Skippers are changing. Grace Bazal banking it ahead for St. Clair. Try to get it back to St. Clair there, but Skippers do a good job digging it out. Lucy Holscher, but intercepted there by Boyd. Boyd and Holscher go to the wall. And down goes Boyd. Penalty coming up on Holscher. And now it'll be called. There's probably going to be a trip. They were all locked up. And Holscher knew it as Boyd goes to the ice on a trip.
Well, Boyd showed something really good. St. Clair has put on a really good show as far as hustle, but Boyd got real strong on the board. So look at how strong she's working it and getting even an awkward position, moving that puck out, and gets the Hopkins Royals on the power play. 27% power play this year, Jay. Not bad at all. That's pretty good for this team. So see if they can get the equalizer here.
Bazal carrying it in deep. She'll leave a little drop there for out front. They come with it as Hamley. Now Hamley picks it up again. Boyd. Down low to Hamley. Hamley bringing it to the front, chopped away. And Boyd will come up with it again, but the net is off. They didn't see it initially on that play when Hamley tried to come out front is when the net actually came off, right down here, right there. As DeLate got her pad over there. Off the draw, Norby trying to ring it around and out. Kept in, however, by Glover. St. Clair working off the wall, looks for Hamley down low. And the Tonka fans wanting a penalty in behind. They don't get it. Boyd puts it out top. Here's Bazal. Slap shot, and that one got all the way through. DeLate got a pad on it. Now Hamley. Here's Boyd looking down low to Hamley again. Again, she brings it out front. Puck loose. They had somebody there on the other side, St. Clair, trying to get to it, but Tonka able to fight it off. And Presley Norby will send it down the rink.
Really good opportunities by the Royals here, too. Good puck control, knowing exactly what their play is. That back door was almost open that time. They shut it down quick, but it was there.
St. Clair out front and knocked away. Kept in, though, by Glover. Maybe not for long. Skippers get to it, and they're able to squeeze it out to center. 25 to go in the power play here for Hopkins. They trail 1-0, but have come alive strong after giving up that early goal. Bazal. Almost jabbed away from her as she was eyeing the ice there. Rice came in and lifted her stick. Now Kelsey Crow will flip it down, and this should eat up most of the remaining time. Dion thought it was going to be an icing, but the penalty hadn't expired yet. Now Bazal. Penalty is over to Holscher. Skippers have killed it off, although not too bad of opportunities for Hopkins. Going to have a face-off coming up in the Royal zone. Of course, in the NHL, we would have been seeing a delay of game penalty right there.
Yes,
there's a look at Eric Johnson, the Skippers coach, has done such a great job coaching, and as we talked about in past years, enjoyed covering him as a player back at Armstrong in the early 1990s. He played at St. Cloud State after that. Just a very nice man and a good coach.
Really classy program, too. They do it right down in Minnetonka.
Skippers trying to bring it out front. It looked like early on they were just going to be peppering the net all night, but since then they haven't had a whole lot. Actually, I think Hopkins has probably had the better of things the last 4 or 5 minutes here.
We've got enough of these games with the Hopkins Royals to know that they're just a gritty team. They're going to come in and they're going to play it. They're going to play it hard. And it was just an anomaly on that first shift. They weren't quite ready.
Long one there, got through. Dion was screened. It hit her blocker. I don't think she could quite see it coming. She just hoped she was in the right position, and she was. Now McDonald drops it back. Nice reversal there as they got it over to Katie McMillan. Off of its stick and in deep. Now Norby trying to go to the net, and she knocks the net way off its moorings there as she tried to bring it alongside. As Norby, it was kind of an unusual one. It's not often you get an opportunity like this where you're by far the first one to it. But then she just lost an edge as she tried to bring it out front.
A little sneaky play on her part. She snuck in behind the Hopkins defense, and all of a sudden, I don't think they knew she was there. And all of a sudden, she was all over it. And of course, then had full body contact with the net.
Here's a drive beyond a glove save as Camille van Steinbergs lets one rip from the left wing boards there, and we'll get an offensive zone face-off. And another shot on net, stick save there as Rice got it on target. And out front it comes. Here's a shot on the goal. Norby sniping it up high, stick side, Skippers by 2.
Boy, nice play, beautiful triangle setup, got it up top. Norby just rifled it. You'll see a good play here. She just gets up and rifles it right up into the upper right hand or left hand corner there. It looked like Dion was down a little bit early on that one. And the Skippers take a 2-0 lead. Funny thing too, Jay, we were talking earlier about a little bit of line matching, and Minnetonka wanted their second line on the first line of Hopkins, and there's both first lines that time, and that time the Skippers' first line won the battle.
Keller will get the lone assist on Norby's goal at 8:37. It's her 22nd of the season. So Minnetonka, 2 goals here in this first period so far. That one might be a killer. I mean, the first one, obviously you're stunned when it happens on the first shift like it did if you're Hopkins. But they had come back and played pretty well and were doing a lot of things right. And then to fall behind by 2 makes it a whole lot tougher. Obviously, still have a ton of hockey to go and all that, but that one might deflate them a little bit.
Well, let's see if they, a lot of game left here, so just you can't get discouraged on it. Just keep fighting.
First try fanned on as they go to the corner of Haberman.
Well, based on what I've seen right now, Minnetonka's winning the 5-on-5 fight, but I would be telling the Skippers stay out of the box because Hopkins' power play could be the savior if they get another opportunity. They looked real good on that first try.
McMillan carries it in. Her slapper goes wide. Overskated by a couple of players there. It'll come out toward the point there. McDonald and knocked down. Battle for it in the corner. Haberman jumping in to help out. Now Glover will pick it up for Hopkins. Playing it into the corner to herself. And gets to it. Wow, she came up with that one cleanly, but then just lost it alongside the net. Hanley battling down there with von Steinbergs, and now these Skippers come out. It gets past Kaylin Sauer, and she'll send it on in. Bazal back to pick it up, and Coach Johnson said, we want to make sure we get the puck in deep. Make Bazal go 200 feet against us, not have basically a short rink to work with by creating a turnover at neutral.
But as we've been watching this game now with 6 minutes left, that's the first time Bazal's taken off. She sat back and played pretty defensively here. Right now, being down 2-0, she's got to go. She's got to rock and roll.
Norby and Boyd facing it off. And Boyd intercepts that pass at center ice. She'll throw a long one in. It goes just wide of the mark. And as they battle behind the net, down goes St. Clair over the net. Von Steinberg's picking it up. Carries it on in. Fires the shot. It's wide. Skipper's trying to dig it out of the corner. Bazal, though, sends it around. Hope Bredigan getting to it. Now Hanley. Norby kicks it to her stick there, but Boyd plays it right through a back check there. Boyd hits the side of the net with that one. You had St. Clair cutting down the slot as well. And now Minnetonka will dump it on in and change up. Norby on the fly, nearly got to that one. She can really go. And here's Boyd to send it in, and she'll head off on a change for Hopkins. Approaching 5 minutes to play here in the first period. Minnetonka 2, Hopkins nothing here in this Section 6AA semifinal. Our first semi, Wayzata Maple Grove in the second semi later tonight. We'll have that one for you on 12 Sports as well. Minnetonka sending it back the other way now. Lauren Klein will reverse it right back. But nice step up there by Glover. Picks it up, Glover to the front, and then just had a poke check there. Good stick by McDonald. Sent right back in deep here by the Royals. Hanley trying to squeeze that one off, and it'll come to her now. Haberman. Hanley trying to work it out of there. And it comes free to St. Clair. St. Clair overskates it, but quickly spins around and gets it back. Hanley waiting behind the net. Trying to finish up a change, and they get Boyd back on. Centering pass by St. Clair, though, broken up. Holscher getting it ahead, 2-on-1. Here's Bigham. Bigham sliding it across, a shot. Oh, and Dion comes up with a huge save on Michaela Rothstein.
Well, you're seeing the consequences of aggressive Hopkins play, trying to get a goal. Their defense are pinching in hard. Glover got caught that time, gave up a 2-on-1. But Dion, which is what they're going to need her to do, holding her ground good and making a crucial save on a 2-on-1, because 3-0 would have been a death knell, I think, Jay.
Royals looking to counter here. Pass a little too far for Hanley. And Minnetonka will regroup with it here. Crow sending it across and tipped in by Keller. Now Boyd comes away with it, looking for St. Clair, is a little bit out front of her. And Von Steinberg strong with her stick, but then runs into her teammate Norby, or Norby runs into her more accurately there. Now the pass blocked, another try, it's out front, it was jabbed away. And now here come the Skippers, a chance for 2-on-1 again. Norby with Keller. Norby will shoot it, wow, and Dion just got a piece of that, and I think it may have glanced off the crossbar as well. Now back the other way comes St. Clair, and she will send it in deep. 2:50 to go in a fast-paced first period. 2-0 Minnetonka, our score. Section final is right back here at Parade Friday night. The winner of this one against Wayzata or Maple Grove. There's a save by Delayed, and now a chance again for Tonka. Riley McDonald, partial breakaway, scores! 3-0 Minnetonka.
Well, you open the barn door and the cows are going to come out, and that's what's happened here. Just beautiful breakaway here by McDonald coming down, and she makes him pay. Really nice shot, beats Dion into the left side of the net, and puts the Skippers up 3-0. Time to regroup in Hopkins. Oh my gosh. You know, right now I think it might be good for him just to sit back, play a little defense, let their goalie get a little bit of a confidence. She's got to be shook up right now because she's been seeing a lot of puck.
I think you're right, Ed. Hopkins felt, you know, having fallen behind, that we need to get aggressive and really, you know, it might cost us at the other end. And we almost saw it a minute ago on that 2-on-1, and this time we did.
Yep. Yeah, and Dion right now, she's going down a little bit early. She's going down before the shot goes off, and you notice they're shelving those shots on her, Jay. And they're getting it up top and have scored in that spot. So let her settle down a little bit and let her get some saves, but block some shots for her, and just take it one shot at a time here. You don't have to put a full salt. See if you can get some breaks and just start whittling away. But they're going to have to repack their defensive zone here right now. Otherwise, they'll get down by too much.
Sauer gets the assist on McDonald's goal. McDonald's 5th of the year, 14:28 the time. Sween got it in, but dumped right back out. Pizal controlling. Knocked loose. Back to the Skippers line, controlled here by Keller, and she will relay it in. Pizal back to gather for Hopkins. Slams on the brakes to avoid Norby. Grace Pizal sending it on in.
Boy, they are not going to let her go north and south. They cut her angle off real fast to make her go east and west.
Yeah, Coach Johnson for Minnetonka said, you know, we have to be aware of 5 and 6 anytime they're out there. We know what they're capable of. We have to make sure we make somebody else beat us. Flip back into the Minnetonka zone. Skipper's trying to get it out. We go under a minute to play in the first, and what a period it's been for the top seed Minnetonka. They scored 17 seconds in and then have added 2 more to jump out to a 3-0 lead on Hopkins.
I think we can put the verdict down on having the bye. I don't think it's affected Tonka a whole lot, Jay.
Not in a bad way, that's for sure.
Oh, man.
They have come out looking rested and ready to go. Steal here. Hanley banks it in and they'll give chase. I think part of, too, is that they've done a pretty good job in front of their own net.
Yes.
Here's Bigham carrying it. Bigham trying to beat the D and slides it in on Dion. You know, it isn't that Hopkins hasn't had opportunities. No. It isn't like they've, you know, maybe been dominated as much as 3-0 would look like. But it's just that Minnetonka's done had done a good job of converting on their own chances, but also of limiting to 1 chance in front at their end.
And they've had, I mean, really good prime shooting area, especially the last 2 goals. I mean, one was a breakaway and the other one was Norby just set up perfectly up top.
Sent back around for Norby here. Time winding down, 6 seconds. That one goes off a skate. They'll get one more crack. Ooh, and a blocker save there by Dion. It looks like they're really trying to go high stick side on her, and they did again there and almost snuck another one past. So we've reached the end of one. Hopkins is going to have to regroup. Our score after 1 period, Minnetonka 3 and Hopkins nothing. We'll be back to Parade Ice Garden in just a moment on 12 Sports. Welcome back here to Parade to look at some of the crowd on hand for this one. Minnetonka jumping out to a 3-0 lead in our first Section 6AA semifinal. It did not take long. Emma Bigham, this is the first shift of the game, comes from behind the net, shoots again, and sneaks it past Molly Dion. That was only 17 seconds in as Minnetonka kind of set the tone, but Hopkins came back strong, and DeLate was forced to make a couple nice saves, including another here on Hanley as she brought it over from the side of the net. And then from the point here, Bazal shooting, and that one's kicked out to the corner by DeLate. Pass drop back here, and this shot is tipped just wide of the mark as Minnetonka. They kind of came at them in spurts. There was times they dominated, times they didn't. There's Presley Norby with just a beautiful shot going high stick side on Dion to strike at 8:37. And they don't quite get it on a 2-on-1 as that one glancing off the crossbar. Yeah, but this time on a breakaway, they do score as a great shot by Riley McDonald. And you see the shots, Skipper's out shooting the Royals 12-6. About double in scoring chances as well. Just one penalty in that period on Holscher of Minnetonka. We will come back with our second period of action here, and the later game tonight can be seen on 12 Sports as well as Maple Grove and Wayzata face off. Minnetonka 3, Hopkins nothing. We'll be right back.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome back. It would have been interesting to be a fly on the wall in the Hopkins locker in that first period. I mean, they had, as Coach Erickson said, you know, we always seem to have a clunker in here or there. Their first shift was kind of that.
Yep.
Played fairly well for a good chunk of the period, but still being down 3-0, just it's got to be a tough pill to swallow for them right now. I mean, you have to look at it in little segments, I think, from here on out.
Well, it's important right now. Get a good shift on. Get a couple good shifts on. Get some shots on the Tonka goalie. Just build a little bit of confidence as you go right here and watch what happens. It's not an insurmountable lead, but you got to take it one goal at a time, one shift at a time.
Banked out by Bigham out to center. He scored that goal just 17 seconds into the game, and here's an opportunity, but it goes wide off the stick of Holscher. Bazal picking it up. Bazal fighting through a stick check there. And Grace Bazal will send it in deep here for Hopkins. St. Clair getting to it first. St. Clair falls. Played away from Hanley, but kept alive by Boyd. Puts it out front for St. Clair. Just jabbed away, though. Good recovery by the skippers there with Kelsey Crow. Now a chance for a 2-on-1, but it hops off Bigham's stick. There's a lefty there looking for a pass that could have been a right side shot, or to a right-hander. Shot goes high by Bigham over the top. St. Clair getting it back to Boyd. Hanley banks it on out, and this one should be an ice against the Royals, and it will be. And we will come back into the Hopkins zone. 15:51 to go here in the second. Hopkins, the 4th seed, trailing top seed Minnetonka 3-0.
See Coach Johnson waving to a ref. I want to talk to you for a minute, but yeah, the one thing that's fairly noticeable right now, Jay, is Tonka's strength. They are stronger than the Hopkins Royals right now. Skating-wise, I think they both skate very well, but and then our goalie here, Miss Dion, she's got to get out of that net. She won't get out on top of that crease, and she's giving that left-hand side an opening for shots.
Well, that's kind of summing up how the night's gone for Hopkins there. One of their top guns, Bazal, leading that rush, but had it get away from her and then ended up being offside herself as it slipped behind her a little bit.
The skippers don't let you have any ice time in the middle either. They force you to go to either side boards. They won't let you go north and south. They're very good at it.
Minnetonka controls the draw here. McDonald trying to get it out, but kept alive. Flicked into the corner. Haberman will try and pick that one up, and had it and lost it and gets it right back. Minnetonka solid positionally too. You're seeing, you know, somebody whose responsibilities out front of the net. They're not going to go chasing the puck. They're going to stay where they're supposed to be. And a little backhand try there, knocked down. Carried ahead by Sauer, then she'll throw it on in. Lover back to get it here for Hopkins. He carries it strong up the left side. Protecting the puck here. Glover all the way around the horn. Goes to Hanley and then back to Glover. Shooting. It goes off a couple of bodies in front. Now here comes Boyd. Penalty coming. And it will be whistled down, and it's going to be Hanley going for a hook for Hopkins. Minnetonka will get their first power play of the night.
And there we go. A reach just got her a little out of position. You see Tonka getting possession of the puck coming up, and then that stick comes around and just yanks down. Would have been a good scoring opportunity, but even so, I mean, you're not going to live in the middle in the slot in Tonka's zone. You're just not allowed to be there. And the puck gets cleared out so quickly from there.
So Tonka already up 3-0, and they get a power play opportunity here. Norby with it out high, and that one blocked by St. Clair. It'll come right back out to Presley Norby here. Shooting, and that one deflected over the net. Gathered up by McMillan. Now Crow. Here's Crow shooting, and it's off the outside of the net.
Tonka here, good power play, 24%, 12 goals on 50 opportunities during the regular season.
Back out high it comes again, and they swing it around. Crow, that one bounces off a couple of skates in front. Now Glover gets to it, trying to send it out, but knocked away from her. Pass in front, a swing and a miss. And then a backhander goes wide as Kippen Keller was out front and had a great opportunity but didn't make contact. They are able to keep the puck in though. Norby calling for it, shooting, that's off a skate. Over to the corner now, McMillan. 40 to go on the power play. Ooh, and it hopped out. Yep, they did see it. Norby, I think, was briefly hoping. Maybe they didn't notice.
Nice setup right here. Bang, and a couple bounces. That'll put a nightmare in your goalie's head real fast when it deflects that much. Another good opportunity there and a whiff, but then coming back here. Although they're getting nothing really clean, I think Crow was that one shot that got clean and she didn't hit the net with it.
No, I agree. Minnetonka has maybe been a little impatient on some of the shot angles, I think, and also Hopkins, you give them credit for doing a good job of being in the way. Oh, that one hits the pipe on the short side. It almost snuck over Dion's shoulder and it hit the goalpost. Here's a shot. Deanna save. Puck still loose. Comes out again. Another opportunity. Now Bigham controlling it. Under 10 to go in the power play. This has been their biggest flurry with the player advantage, that's for sure. Now it comes around and hits Bazal as she's laying on the ice. And the Royals have killed it off, and they tried to spring Hanley. And it's going to be icing against Hopkins as Hanley had come out of the box. But not a bad gamble there. Well, late in that power play, Minnetonka was all over it. I'm not sure how one of these didn't end up going in. There's a good save by Dion, and it pops loose. And you can see a good, smart play there by, I think it was McMillan, to pull the puck back a little bit to give himself a little room to get a shot. Now this one deflecting wide. To the corner and bounced around was Keller. St. Clair trying to clear it out. Power play's over, but Minnetonka is not willing to leave the zone just yet. Glover spinning away nicely. Banking it ahead for St. Clair. She has Hanley cutting up the middle. Carried in by St. Clair as Boyd trailing, but puck jabbed away. Then recovered though by the Royals. Hanley will send it around for St. Clair. Boyd swooping into the front. It's off Boyd's skate. She got a little bit too tight and tough angle to pass that one. Flip back out. Now Norby picking it up. Nice stick handling move there around Hanley. Norby getting ahead of steam here. They're going to change forwards and she scores! Norby, kind of a little decoy there like nothing much was happening, and then she pulls the trigger.
Well, we could see from the first period, I mean, she can shoot. I mean, she can snipe it, to be honest with you. And I think Dion was screened on that, Jay. She didn't see it coming in the last second. Again, upper left-hand corner. Now look at her get on the inside here and just kind of snaps it real quick. And I think 18 there was kind of screening out Dion at 28. Nope.
An unassisted goal for Norby, second of the night, 23rd of the year. It is 4-0 Tonka. And that one hits a player on the bench, so we get a whistle to stop. Boy, the Royals had to feel good about the way they'd fought off those chances in the power play. And then Norby, though, coming in, waiting till she was in a position where the defender might be in Dion's way a little bit and just perfectly placed shot.
I like her. She's a player.
Battle for it along the wall and flip back to center. The race on here. Bazal's going to get there. Bazal backhands it into the Minnetonka zone. Nice play by Boyd to knock that one down, but an equally nice play by Sauer to come up with it for Minnetonka. And then chipped into the skipper's bench there by Bazal. So face off outside the blue line, and it came right to Coach Johnson there.
He's used to seeing a few flying pucks come at him throughout his career and done a nice job. I tell you, the way the skippers just flow, Jay, it's really kind of fun to watch. They move the puck very well. They stay spread out. I think you said it really well earlier that they know where they should be. They know their position, and it's really showing right now, especially with their skating ability.
Well, and I think here's an opportunity for Haberman carrying it in. Ooh, and a great rocket trying to go high on the stick side on delayed, but just missed the net. I think playing with a lot of good players and also playing against a lot of good teams kind of leads you into that too, where you trust your teammates. You don't see their players trying to do things one-on-one. And there's what could have been one of the better opportunities of the night for Hopkins right there, but just got under it a little too much.
And then having a lead too, it allows you to get into your flow. If you make a mistake, so what? You know, it takes some of that pressure off.
Offside here as the puck came briefly out and then back in. Looked like Bazal wanted to take a little shot at Holscher, but realized probably better not right now. The whistle's already sounded.
Yeah, right now, just you're probably a little frustrated. You know, relax, play your game, find some openings, see what you can do. But you going in the box right now is not a good idea, especially if you're Grace Bazal. They need you right now, not in the box.
Crow brings it to the middle. That one deflected up high and over the top. Skippers keep possession again. Norby back down to the corner. They come with it. Keller puts on the brakes, brings it out front, however intercepted by Hanley. Hanley has St. Clair with her. Now St. Clair will come in to take the puck. Chipped around though, and Keller will come up with it. Keller putting it onto the stick of Rice. 2-on-2. Rice trying to thread a pass through. It went off a skate before Norby could get there. Norby now bringing it to slot. Oh, nice pass to the weak side just off the bench was McMillan, but it kind of off the heel of her stick. Norby is going to make a change here as she'd been out there quite a while. She was on the blue line and said, hey, it's only a step to the bench here. I better get off. Now the long bank pass. Bazal comes away with it. Here's Grace Bazal for Hopkins. They're changing behind her and nearly beat the D there, but recovering was McDonald.
I remember Coach Johnson saying they'll even double team both Bazal and Corbin Boyd, and you could see it there. Made a nice move to the outside, but their second person came in from the inside when she came back, so there was a person on her at all times. Good
recognition too that she really didn't have anybody with her yet as Hopkins was finishing a change. Off the draw, Skippers wind up with it here as McDonald carries it. Riley McDonald, that is. Pass knocked down, but it comes right back to her, and then she floats one right into Dion. They look a little surprised by that one. We will get a face-off here in the Hopkins zone. They are trailing big 4-0. 8:31 to go in the middle period here.
A floating knuckle puck from the Mighty Ducks. That can fool a goalie. You're not quite sure the speed or trajectory on it.
Another one that got all the way through, a stick save, but that one almost crawled up over the body too. Oh, I'm sorry, a new goaltender for Hopkins there. Annika Carlander is in net now.
Oh my gosh, we were wide awake, weren't we? Sophomore.
Controlled here by Crow. Long pass, bouncing off the stick of Rothstein. To the corner they go. Rothstein controlling it here for the Skippers. Out high to the point, and that one knocked down by Glover. Puck still loose. Bigham controlling it here for Tonka. Putting it out front, and it's off the side of the net. Carlander trying to cover that one, and now eventually does. So our apologies, Carlander snuck in there on this. I think it was after the fourth goal because she was not out there to start the period.
Well, she's getting right into the middle of it, Jay. She's warmed up now, for heaven's sakes.
Puck stays right on the circle after the draw. Norby and Boyd just fighting it out. A stick breaks. And now Tonka coming up with it. Norby sending it back. Puck getting caught in some snow, it looked like, over there in front of the bench. It just wasn't moving very well. Obviously, that's a spot where a lot of people are skating and stopping hard to head off. Skipper's unable to bring it out front. Nice step up though by McMillan. And a penalty coming on Minnetonka there as Boyd was hauled down. And Rice is going to go. Probably be a trip or perhaps a hook, but right there got the stick in the skates.
Oh, Boyd again using those quick body movements and puck protection to move back and catching a Minnetonka stick. So, this might be the opening for the Royals here, at least to give them a little glimmer of hope here. Their last power play, they played very well and put a lot of pressure on the Tonka net. They're going to really need that right now.
Rice does go for tripping at 9:59 of the second. Here's Bazal. A rocket, it's tipped. Oh, and then a swing and a miss. It bounced over St. Clair's stick with a wide open net. Back out to Bazal. Swings it around to Boyd. Boyd to Bazal. She'll shoot it. And into the body of DeLate. Boy, Hopkins with a golden opportunity a moment ago, and it just hopped over St. Clair's stick. Nothing you could really do about it here as you see it hits a body in front and right there, just bouncing puck. A little, Coach said we could stand a little puck luck tonight, and obviously so far they are not getting it.
Yeah, they had some goal opportunities in that first power play. They didn't quite get the puck luck they needed, and here we go, same thing again.
Bazal over to Hanley and back to Bazal. She shoots it again, blocked down and cleared.
Well, getting some good opportunities, but Tonka showing they are just strong in front of their net. Another block.
Bazal carries it in. Bazal going to the net, but jabbed away at the last moment. Then Bazal goes into the net, and they're going to bring the faceoff outside the zone here.
Boy, good try. She tried to split that Minnetonka D, but she just didn't quite have enough and lost the puck at the last minute here. And it runs into the net, takes the face-off outside the zone. Oh, she's gassed.
Bazal trying to track this one down, and coming back to battler is Keller. 45 to go in the power play, but Norby picking it up here to kill some time for Minnetonka and flips it right back in. Boyd leaving it for Bazal. Just pushes it ahead towards St. Clair. And that
Bazal's
one into bodies. Yeah, you're right. Bazal is quite tired right now.
Yeah, she needed to get off the ice. Admirable effort, but boy, oh boy.
Half minute to go on the power play for Hopkins. They trail this one 4-0. Minnetonka scored 3 times in the first, and they've added one more in the second. And now they clear it all the way down the rink. Carlander stopping it. Bigham playing it off the wall. Bigham in there on the forecheck, shorthanded. Patterson's long pass finds the target. Now Haberman carries it in. Penalty is over. There's a glove save and then a rebound and another try out front. And again, they couldn't come up with a loose puck right in front of the net as DeLate made 2 saves. But a great opportunity again goes by the wayside for Hopkins. This shot blasted into the body of Rice. Rice carrying it and has it jabbed away. Lauren Klein controlling here for Tonka. Sending it in behind the Hopkins net. And now St. Clair away with it. 2-on-2 as Hanley hustles to try and catch up with her. St. Clair will elect to throw it to the corner and give chase. She fights it out with von Steinbergs. Hanley in there. To the corner. St. Clair comes up with it. Hanley wheeling away from a back check. Now Boyd. Boyd's pass off a skate. Now Minnetonka a chance the other way. Taylor Johnson will float that one in. Carlander stopping it. Bazal's pass banking out to St. Clair. And flipped. Minnetonka has to tag up. They were in offside after a player had dropped her stick. So Bazal comes out with it for Hopkins. 3:20 to go here in the second. It's been all Minnetonka. They lead it 4-0. The winner of this one gets Maple Grove or Wayzata in the section final Friday night.
Well, I think Hopkins can do here. They haven't been very successful getting the puck in the slot in the middle. I like the way they set the power play up, set the outside shot up. That's where they got their best opportunities, even 5-on-5.
Going to be a penalty call coming again against Minnetonka. For the most part, they've let him play. That was the one that I would have said maybe could have been let go, but they're going to get Rice again for a trip. Right there.
That just strictly is the strength of Rice. My gosh, she's just very strong with her stick and is centered well, and she unfortunately gets it into the skates of the Hopkins player, and down she goes.
Boyd to Hanley and back for Boyd. Hanley bringing it out front, and that one goes all the way through. Glover trying to go weak side with it for Boyd. Knocked away. Hanley knocks it to the corner, and nice job on the clear by Crow.
Whoa. Crow made a really nice strong play there. Came out with the puck and got it down the ice.
Bazal bringing it up ice here, avoids Bigham. Bazal puts on the brakes, drops it off for Hanley in the corner. Corbin Boyd right back for Hanley. Hanley trying to bring it out front. Swing and a miss on the clearing attempt, and the Royals keep it in. Bazal giving it back to Boyd. Hanley again. You can see Minnetonka doesn't really mind if that puck goes down to that low spot. That's not what they're, real concerned about taking away. Now the centering pass, broken up. Boyd back to the circle, throwing it out front. DeLate got tangled with St. Clair a little bit. 40 to go on the power play for Hopkins. Now around to Boyd. Right back to Hanley. Hanley shooting, DeLate to save, trying to cover it up, and now does. And Hanley got a little too aggressive for the skipper's liking, and they escort her out of there a little bit.
A good play down low, but when you get in that tight now, you got to go up top. You got to try and get high and just put it into her pads. Now, the good news is there was a rebound opportunity, but boy, they've had real trouble down there just trying to get a solid puck. It's just bouncing over their sticks, Jay.
Yeah, it isn't a stretch to say that they could easily have at least a couple goals in this game.
Yep.
There's a save made by DeLate. And for the most part, it isn't really that DeLate's been standing on her head. It's just the bounces aren't falling their way. They've had a couple even on this power play that just couldn't put a stick on it when they needed to, or deflected a little bit different than they wanted. And I'm not making excuses for Hopkins or anything. It isn't, Minnetonka's earned this lead, certainly. But here comes Norby. Norby has to move to the front. Penalty coming, but no matter. The goal put away. Kippen Keller finishes it off after Norby did a lot of the work.
I don't know if it was intentional or not, but Norby just lets that puck fly, and she knew she tried it in. She's trying to make a move, but boy, Keller just right position, came in there on the left-hand side and just got it in. I think she got it through the 5-hole and puts the Skippers up 5-zip, and that was a short-handed goal.
Yeah, there were just a couple, 2-3 seconds remaining in the penalty time. So not only does Hopkins not feel the benefit of getting one there on that power play, even when they had some chances, they also now give up a short-handed goal right at the end.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the world of girls high school hockey, beware, the Skippers are back. They are playing tremendous hockey right now.
Norby does get the lone assist on that shorthanded goal by Keller. Battle for it behind the net. Holscher pushes it to the corner. And Bazal coming away with it. Chipped away from her. I thought it came close to hitting the ceiling anyway, if it didn't. Puck carried out there by Flory for Hopkins, and then now Boyd following up. Under 10 to play here in the period. Skippers relay it back out. Bigham, the race is on, but not going to be able to get there. And the period will come to an end, but another good period for Minnetonka. They add to their lead. Our score after 2, Minnetonka 5 and Hopkins nothing. We'll be back with second period highlights and then the third period here on 12 Sports.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
Top seed Minnetonka showing why they are the top seed, leading Hopkins 5-0 after 2 periods here in the Section 6AA semifinals. Some highlights from period number 2 and an early chance, a swing and a miss there for Keller. And a backhand try goes wide. And then here's the shot that's stopped by Dion. She's trying to cover it. They couldn't quite get to it. They get a couple whacks at it, can't finish it off. But then Norby does finish. She comes in alone, little fake fires and scores, and they pulled Dion after that one. That made it 4-0. Hopkins definitely, again, getting a chance or two. That wasn't too bad. There's a big slap shot by Haberman that went just a little bit high, and then here's a great opportunity. Big pad save, and then the rebound bounces over St. Clair. Norby going to the middle, hauled down. Penalty was coming, but no matter, as Keller scored it. You see a great goal there. Good work by Norby, and then also Keller following up. That one was really a painful one for Hopkins. A shorthanded goal late. You see the shots and the chances aren't really that lopsided overall as compared to what the score looks like. Minnetonka has taken more penalties than the Royals too, but they're converting their chances and really doing a good job in front, limiting Hopkins' chances. So a 5-0 lead for Tonka. Looks like they may very well be heading on to Friday night for the section final. Maple Grove and Wayzata will play after this one, and you'll have that one for you on 12 Sports as well. We'll be right back here to Parade Ice Garden on Channel 12.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
One period left here in the first semifinal of our Section 6AA tournament for 2015. Along with Dan Fick and I'm Jay Wilcox. John Jacobson will take over on the play-by-play for our second game, Wayzata Maple Grove. And I think the early part of this third is going to kind of tell us where this one's going. Either Minnetonka is just going to put it away and walk away, or Hopkins is, you know, there for their sake, hoping to maybe get one, maybe get two. But even then, they're obviously facing a tall order here.
They really are, and the first goal just got to be get that goose egg off the scoreboard. Just get it off, and then let things go from there. But I don't think Tonka's going to back off.
Von Steinbergs and St. Clair. Now the Royals able to dig it out of there. St. Clair. It's funny, she's not all that big, but she winds up with a lot of pucks when there are corner battles like that. Now Bazal. Bazal leading the rush. I think Minnetonka's done a pretty good job of holding Grace Bazal in check, but here's a shot and it's off a skate. On Steinberg just squared her up and stayed in front. And they've done a good job of that. Bazal's an excellent hockey player.
They really contained her, though. That's the first opportunity she's really got to get in the middle, and she couldn't quite. She got the shot up, but it was blocked. So they always know where she is.
Kelsey Crow getting it ahead now to Keller. Keller going to the net, fires, and Carlander knocked it down with her glove and then covered it up. Early opportunity here. Good strength on the use of her body there by Keller.
Yep.
She didn't really look like she was going to pull away, but she just shielded off the defender, got that hip out there and said, you'll have to come through me if you want to get at the puck here, and then got still a strong shot away too.
Well, good experience time for Carlander. You know, she's a sophomore, probably hasn't played a whole lot here, and all of a sudden, man, she's right in the middle of a section game here against the #1 team in the state. Good experience for her.
Flip back into the Minnetonka zone. Haberman giving chase and gets to it here for the Royals. Glover trying to give it back to her, but knocked away, and the skipper's looking to break it out here. It's off of Riley McDonald. She will reach out and jab it in and then head off. Here's Glover.
What are you doing?
Long one flipped into the corner. St. Clair coming away with it for Hopkins, but Von Steinberg closes in to take it back. Banks it off the wall here to Rice. Rice flipping it ahead, and it bounces away from Norby. And that's going to be a hand pass, kind of unintentional, but it glanced off the glove of the skipper, and so we get a whistle to stop play. 14:52 to go here in the third, and a 5-0 lead for Minnetonka. Minnetonka has already defeated both Wayzata and Maple Grove this year, the two teams that are playing in the other semifinal, but obviously at playoff time that doesn't guarantee you anything, and they were good games. Here comes Rice. Carrying it, fires, and Carlander the save, couldn't control the rebound, and then is able to pounce on it after that.
Well, good opportunity here coming down the pike. Good play by the D2, but used the legs of the defender to screen out the goalie, but Carlander held her ground. And even though she muffed it a little bit, she got right back on top of it, followed it well and stayed on it, and got the save.
A correction or addition to my point there. They have defeated Wayzata, but they also lost once to Wayzata. They split in the regular season with the Trojans, and then won a 1-goal game against Maple Grove in the only meeting that those two teams had. Carried by Bazal, and again a shot blocked by Von Steinberg there for Minnetonka. And that one hit the netting above the glass, so face-off coming up. It bounced right back in, but the referee right there and spotted it, so we'll bring it back out all the way outside the Hopkins blue line. Oh, I'm sorry, into their zone.
Yeah, I think it was a hand. She cupped her hand across the puck and held it a little bit, and that's why it's back in the zone.
Skippers win the draw. Fanned on the shot, however. Now Glover up with it for Hopkins, floating it through center. McMillan giving chase as DeLate knocks it over to the corner. Pass gets away there. Haberman trying to turn and go the other way, and then it's taken right back. Taylor Johnson, backhander, save, rebound is in. Riley McDonald scores it.
Riley McDonald, she of breakaway fame earlier in the first period here, picking up a rebound and putting that third shot past Carlander here. You see them coming in waves here now. Shot on goal here, nice save. Another, and then the rebound comes in, bang. I thought there was another shot there. I was wrong. Yeah, just the difference. Hopkins has had their opportunities, Jay. They haven't been able to cash in. Tonka have basically cashed in on every good opportunity they had. They've just done a real good job of finishing the play.
Johnson getting the assist on Riley McDonald's second of the night, 6-0 lead. So I believe we should be into running time here. We'll see if they've notified the score clock of that if we get a whistle here with the 6-goal margin in the third. And pass knocked down as St. Clair, and then will be called for a trip or a slash as she came in, and now the whistle sounds. And St. Clair is going to go. Was working hard, just a little frustration, and she'll be penalized.
You think Rachel St. Clair's quit, Jay? Well, I tell you what, she's really been at it. I just love the way she plays. She's going to be a good hockey player somewhere. I like her quickness, I like her tenacity, and I like her speed.
Now she's the one going to Middlebury.
Oh yeah, that's right. A nice college too. She'll have fun there. She should do well there, to be honest with you.
So it is indeed running time here with this 6-goal lead. The Royals, of course, can ice the puck freely here with being shorthanded. Boyd gets to it first. Boyd trying to fight off the wall. And now we're going to have a penalty right back the other way as Haberman is hauled down there by Bella Bertliot. So the freshman Bertliot getting her first shift of the day, it looks like, and is going to go off for a trip here.
Ooh.
Right off the draw, a little more activity there. So 4 skaters aside. Von Steinbergs knocks it down. Boyd battling through as Riley McDonald lost her stick there. Now alongside the net,
there
put out front, and there's a goal. Grace Bazal buries it off the feed from Haberman, and Hopkins is on the board.
Yeah, we even kind of watched do that back door has been open, especially in the first period we saw. They just couldn't quite cash in and connect on it, and now 4-on-4 they do. Nice play by Boyd down low. Coming across, Haberman sees Bazal sneaking in down there, and she buries it, and they get the goose egg off the scoreboard. And, you know, it may not seem like much with the score being 6-1. That was important for the Royals. They wanted to get that big 0 off there, and they did it.
24th of the year for Bazal. And we stay at 4-on-4, of course, with that goal being scored. Haberman and Boyd will get the assist on Bazal's goal and put out front as they went for another. Haberman, now Boyd shooting, and Delight will make the glove catch. Now, of course, with the 5-goal margin, we go back to stop time here.
4-on-4 seems to suit the Royals here. Maybe they can, you know, try to get there for the game. They're spread out very nice. They're moving the puck very well, and they're getting some opportunities.
Around to Von Steinbergs. Off of the glove of Glover, and Hamley will dump it in. Penalty is over to St. Clair, so Hopkins now on a power play for about 40 seconds. Glover back out high. Here's Bazal teeing it up, save, and a rebound loose and swept off the goal line by Crow.
Oh my gosh.
That one was about an inch from being a goal, but Crow sweeps it away, and her goalie gives her a big old hug.
Wow, but delayed looked good on that. It just got behind her. She made a couple good saves there. I want to see this again, see how close it was. But oh my gosh, what a shot! Comes back to Bazal, who's got a cannon, just lets it go. Delay with a save there, and Delay with a save there, and slips one behind her, and couldn't see if it did get in, but the goalie was right there.
Got a cross check too on Von Steinbergs of Minnetonka, so now they'll go 2 players short.
Oh no, didn't get in there. Nice play by McMillan.
Wait a minute now, a Minnetonka player Berliot's come out of the box, and she wasn't supposed to. They blew the buzzer. You know, I suspect this confusion might have something to do with the fact that there was running time when her penalty was assessed, and that time does not start until the play restarts. But still, they let her out sooner than they should have right there. So we're still 5-on-3. Off the draw, back to Bazal. Things getting interesting here in this third, even though it's a 5-goal game. DeLate kicks that one away. St. Clair up with it. Now the first penalty about to expire. And now Bertliot does come out of the box. Here's Bazal, a shot, and that one goes all the way through. She'll head right to the bench here, and now 1 player advantage for Hopkins. St. Clair coming up with it. Now Hamley pulls it off the wall. Boyd back down low to Hamley, sliding it across. It gets all the way through. Now Holscher has Rice with her shorthanded. Holscher fans on it. And now Glover back to get it for Hopkins. Glover carrying it in across to Hamley. Hamley shooting, she scores! Right through the 5-hole. DeLate looked like she was playing for the pass and slid over and left some space between the pads, and Hamley puts it away for the Royals.
Yeah, Hamley did a nice job of making it look like she was going to pass, but just brought it back through the defense person's leg here. Glover with a good move, slowing down, got it across. Hamley here just kind of rips it through those legs and beats DeLay down into the 5-hole.
I didn't notice it the first time, but on that replay, it looked like it might have possibly glanced off a Minnetonka defender, too. Changed direction just a little bit.
Inside right skate, yeah.
Timeout called here by Minnetonka. So Hopkins, at the very least, has made him take notice a little bit here in this third.
Well, a couple of quick ones here. You know, you don't mind giving up the one, but all of a sudden, wham, another one goes in, and now you make sure that, okay, settle down, play defense like you can, like we have been the whole game, and just relax. And I think probably it's more important for the goalie to get over there, too, and just get everybody chilled out. See, Hopkins, you know, I've watched these guys long enough to know they don't quit. There's grit. I mean, I watch St. Clair play. I watch Bazal play. I mean, they're really working hard and just taking it one step at a time and letting some of their skills show.
Glover and St. Clair get the assist on Hamley's goal, her 15th of the year. 6-2 hockey game, 8:59 remaining.
That was a good timeout. Coach Johnson doesn't look real happy, though. Did you notice that? Little.
Well, and you just don't like to see, you know, any part of the game start to get away from you.
Yep.
I mean, you know, to a certain extent, somebody might say, well, you're still up 4, relax or whatever, but that's just not how good coaches think.
Nope.
You don't want it to get away, and then this one is not over. I mean, obviously a huge hill to climb, but goals can happen in a hurry in this sport. Carried by Norby. Norby picking it up. Back out high to Crow. Crow, a long one, and Carlander a glove catch. And able to keep possession there. It looked like it got on her a little quicker than she saw coming, but still made the save.
I like the fact she stayed up. She stayed up on her legs and got that glove up and didn't go down too quick. And you know, what I'm really enjoying here is watching these two teams. You know, how much girls hockey has improved. I mean, there's good skating here, good playmaking here. Just and on all 2-3 lines, it's just really fun to watch now.
Holscher throwing it back down deep. Skippers trying to get a little offensive zone time here after having those penalties really hurt them. Bigham puts it back out high here to Sarah McDonald. Back for Bigham, firing and just missed. Bigham started the scoring way back on the first shift of the night. Intercepted at center, and here comes Holscher. Holscher to the circle and fires it just wide. And seems like maybe the message has gotten across to Minnetonka here to pick it back up. Boyd turns and got away a shot despite being bothered there by the back checker. Bazal carrying it for the Royals. Grace Bazal flips it to the corner here to get their forecheck going. St. Clair knocked away now, and Rothstein up with it for Minnetonka. Pass broken up though. Haberman carrying it in here for the Royals. Goes to the net. Delayed to save, and then Haberman got back up, tried to center it. and floated, and it goes into the bench area of the Skippers. So 7:03 to go here in this third period, 6-2 hockey game. Not quite the walkaway that it looked like it was going to be for a while there.
I just had a little excitement to the game here. The other side of the rink now has all of a sudden got a little excitement to cheer about and stuff, and it's really added to it.
The crowd getting bigger too, because a lot of people are coming for the second game. Looking on here. Floated out front, and it's going to come to Carlander before Annalise Rice could get a poke at it. We'll get another whistle to stop play here. 6:53 remaining in the third. Boyd and Norby facing off. Norby wins it, back to Crow. Around von Steinberg shooting, and that one goes all the way through. Crow turns, throws it out front. Glover had it, lost it. Here's Norby. Norby slipping the pass over. Puck loose in front. Good recovery, though, by the Royals as Gretchen Patterson knocked it out of harm's way. Norby circling it out high. Norby trying to lower that shoulder and go to the net. Lost it there, and they can't clear, though. Keller. Now St. Clair back to get it for Hopkins. Keller, though, picks her pocket briefly. Now Boyd back for St. Clair. Just had it hop off her stick. St. Clair sends it around deep. 6 minutes remaining. Glover up with it. Glover trying to put it out front. It's knocked down. And now here come the Skippers the other way here. Rice 2-on-1 with Holscher, and takes the shot. They're kind of at the end of a shift there. Kind of a disjointed 2-on-1. Now Boyd looking for St. Clair. Back, here comes Holscher. Onto the tape of Klein, and she goes down hard into the boards. Bazal trying to knock it free, but Skippers get it. Holscher to the point now to Sarah McDonald. McDonald looking for a tip out front there, but it goes wide. Hopkins looking to counter, a little collision at center, and it's going to be icing as Haberman got tied up with Sarah McDonald, and they both went down. I didn't get a real clean look at how it started, so I don't think it was kind of incidental, and that's what the officials apparently felt too.
I think Tonka got away with one, to be honest.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
she really got grabbed good.
I fully admit I saw it kind of late. I saw them both going down.
See Haberman had a little jersey stretch there and was really jumping at it. But, you know, even so, would have been a good penalty. You just don't want her loose in your zone, you know, if you're the Minnetonka Skippers. But
flip back into the Royal zone here. They're trying desperately to claw their way back into it further here. They were down 6-0, now 6-2. And going to be icing against Hopkins here with 4:49 remaining. You know, it isn't what they wanted, but I think maybe in some ways this isn't so bad for Minnetonka to have had to work in this third period instead of just kind of gliding away to the victory.
Well, and I think you can see the other thing that they're learning too is that, you know, they were in the box a lot, Jay. You're in section hockey, you can't be in the box. And I think that hurt them a lot, but they've got their legs back now. They've really reasserted themselves, and good for them.
Pass back across on Steinbergs. Here comes Hanley, who scored a goal here for Hopkins, but Boyd is way in the zone still, offside. I think in a lot of cases you would probably say a game with a lot of whistles might favor Hopkins a little bit, but then when you're the team trying to fight back right now, the flow has been interrupted.
Exactly. And it can take away opportunities from you too. It's been, well, everything's been a struggle for Hopkins today.
And Bigham, it's off her skate. It's going to roll all the way through to the goalie, Carlander, and pounces on that one and covers up. Bigham saw an opportunity there to split between the D, and they got the pass to her, but not one that she could handle cleanly.
You know, I like the way Carlander's come in here, John, or Jay, and done just a really good job. I think she's only given up, what, 2? And done a really, as far as I'm concerned, I think she's done a really good job considering the barrage. And if you look at where they'd be at if, you know, situation would be 2-2. I love those what ifs.
Yeah, exactly. Back into the zone. Crow swings it across on Steinberg's. And that one's going to go on net, so no icing. And Carlander will cover it up. So Minnetonka may be fortunate, maybe just skillful there. As if you're going to miss with a pass and you don't want it to be icing, get it on net. I'm sure it was a little more luck than anything, but they'll take it.
There again, there's that term, puck luck. Of course, when you tend to be playing well, you make your own puck luck.
Cleared on out and it hopped past the defender McDonald, so no icing here. They ruled that she could have played that with reasonable effort as it bounced right by her stick. Royals able to keep it in. Swept toward the net, and DeLate making the save on the backhander from Hope Doctor. It didn't have a whole lot on it. So the big deficit is going to be too much to overcome for Hopkins. They did fight back, but trailing at 6-2. The Skippers are going to be into the section final. They did not reach the final a year ago after they had won the previous 3, not only section, but state titles. But last year was Wayzata Benilde in the section championship.
Yes, it was. With Benilde going to state.
Flipped on in by Rothstein here.
Well, what I'm seeing here, Jay, is that Tonka's back. They're definitely in the running for, you know, a good opportunity to win a crown again. They're looking that good. Now, I'm not saying they are, but they look good right now. I'll tell you, they've peaked at the right time.
Another penalty coming against Minnetonka here. And going to be a tripping call. And looks like it'll be Bigham that goes. So, yeah, I agree that penalties have been something. Oof. You know, not to pick out the negatives for Minnetonka, but they have hurt themselves at times here later in this game, especially with penalties.
Well, most of them have been tripping penalties too. You know, you got to keep control of those sticks. The refs have really made a big emphasis on that, both the boys and the girls game.
Here's Hanley walking out front, sliding it across. Boy, that play has been that so many times. Hanley's been open. Earlier, she was trying to get an angle to take shots, and she's putting it out front. They just haven't quite clicked on that. Now Boyd gives it back for Hanley. Boyd across Bazal out top. Corbin Boyd. Hanley down low again. Hanley putting it out front. DeLate trying to cover it and now does. 2:10 remaining in the hockey game.
Yeah, it's been a good thing too. If you look at it, if you're going to advance their goaltender, DeLate's getting some opportunities now, getting some pressure put on her this period. She's had to make more saves this period, I think, the whole game up to this point. So.
Glover able to keep it alive now. Trying to get past, and nice job trying to clear it. It hits Norby, though. It could be a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Norby has Keller with her. Norby takes the shot and scores. That's the hat trick for Norby. It's just when you thought maybe she'd waited too long to decide what she was going to do, she snipes it up high.
Well, Bazal did a nice job of taking away the pass, and that's what you're supposed to do, take away the pass. Look at how well she's going to lean more toward the inside and just make her shoot. And she's just a sniper. I mean, she had a very small opening to get that puck in, as you saw, and she did. She can shoot.
Shorthanded goal, second shorthanded goal of the night for Minnetonka, and they go up 7-2.
Can I say it? The Badgers are getting a good one. Thank you. I just had to say it once. Sorry.
Haberman tracks it down here for the Royals. Now joined in there in deep, but they can't do anything with it. Katie McMillan's long pass. Klein giving chase. And Bazal. Headed to Boston College. Here comes Bazal into the circle, shoots, and she scores! Wow, Bazal with her second of the game.
Wow, just lifted it just very gently up and over the goalie here. Wasn't a tough shot, but nice move here. And then she come in, got her stick on the inside, and just lifted it up, kind of chopped it up. And a flutter puck.
Yeah,
nice goal.
I'm not so sure that the defender, in trying to knock it away, didn't help that goal go in. Is it definitely chipped up in the air?
Yep. You might be right.
So 7-3. Wow, we've had an eventful third period here, that's for sure.
Gee, a lot of goal scoring.
Unassisted goal. We're under a minute to go. Back out to the point. Bigham, who started the scoring right back at the beginning of this one. Holscher gives it back for Bigham. Bigham trying to work her way to the front. Turnaround try, hit a skate. And here's Bigham again, and it rolls just wide. Holscher coming in to play it for the Skippers. And flip back out to center where it's intercepted. Katie McMillan carries it in. Under 20 to play in the game here, so Minnetonka is going to advance to take on Wayzata or Maple Grove in that section final here at Parade Friday night. And again, we'll be back for that one on 12 Sports as well.
And whatever the opponent happens to be, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a heck of a game.
So Hopkins battles back to make things somewhat interesting in the third, but Minnetonka reasserts control. It was an event-filled third period as Hopkins scored 3 times and Minnetonka twice. Skippers end up winning at 7-3, so Hopkins' season comes to an end. Congratulations to the Royals on getting here to the semis, and best of luck to their seniors in the future, and best of luck to Minnetonka on Friday night as they get set to take on either Wayzata or Maple Grove. Hope you enjoyed this one, and again a reminder, watch for the other semifinal on 12 Sports as well between Wayzata and Maple Grove. For Dan Ficken and all of our 12 Sports crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Minnetonka beats Hopkins 7-3.